It's time for another WrestlePlanet news update as Tony Khan addresses the rumoured WWE New Japan relationship. And are we set for a huge surprise at Double or Nothing? All that and more coming up in today's video, but first... On last night's episode of AEW Dynamite, a brand new belt was revealed as Hikaru Shida was rewarded with a larger version of the current AEW Women's World Title to celebrate her 1-year reign. This is a long time coming as the belt has looked way too small on any wrestler other than the first champion Riho, who the belt was seemingly designed for. The belt is gold plated and covered in shiny diamonds and looks so much better. This new title belt will be on the line for the first time tomorrow night at Double or Nothing, as Shida is set to defend against Dr. Britt Baker D.M.D. Many feel this will be Shida's last defense of the title, so the celebration that she received on Dynamite would be a nice way to bring her reign to a close. That is if Britt hadn't interrupted it. And speaking of that celebration, an unfortunate incident was caught on the Spanish version of the Dynamite feed as AEW announcer Willie Urbina was heard mocking Hikaru Shida's accent during the commercial break. Whilst it was during a commercial break, on the Fight TV feed of the show, no ads are played and you can sometimes hear the live feed of the show. Here is the English translation of the interaction between the commentators provided by Louis Pulido of Fightful. So first off, Alex Abrahantes says do Shida, as in translate her promo, and Willie Urbina then speaks incoherently using a stereotypical accent of a Japanese person. Thunder Rosa, who was on the commentary team during this incident, said shut up, holy crap, whilst laughing. Willie Urbina then continues on with his ridiculous accent. Then Thunder Rosa says I will throw the pen at you if you don't stop, said in a joking manner. Dasha Curate said stop it, you are mean, and she seemingly addressed Urbina sounding crossed about it. So it looks like Dasha wasn't happy that this was going down, although it at least seems that Thunder Rosa was laughing along with Willie Urbina's stupid actions. It's currently unknown if there will be any repercussions for this, but it's a little bit worrying that AEW wrestler Thunder Rosa was laughing along with Urbina. I dread to think of how Shida herself is feeling after this public mockery, and we send all our love out to her. Stop Asian hate. Following Will Ospreay's neck injury in May, he was forced to vacate the top title in New Japan Pro Wrestling, the IWGP World Heavyweight title. The date to crown the next champion has been set, and the match will go down at Dominion on June 7th. Former IWGP Heavyweight Champion Kazuchika Okada will take on Shingo Takagi for the vacant championship. Okada was set to be Ospreay's next challenger at Wrestle Grand Slam, and the former champ had already beaten Shingo at Wrestle Dontaku in the match that Ospreay suffered the injury. Who do you think will leave Dominion with the gold? Let me know in the comments down below. Over the past couple of days, it has been revealed that WWE and New Japan Pro Wrestling have been in talks about WWE becoming New Japan's exclusive American partner. This would of course end the current deal between the Japanese promotion and All Elite Wrestling, who have seen talent go back and forth since January. It is now being reported that the talks have been centered around the possibility of Daniel Bryan working New Japan shows. It seems that Bryan, who is a free agent as of this recording, has a huge desire to work in other promotions whilst also working with WWE. This would be the first time WWE had a talent exchange since 1997, where they worked with AAA, USWA and ECW. Daniel Bryan has openly suggested he would like to wrestle for WWE and other promotions, and this was in April, and although the status of these talks between the two promotions is currently not known, the fact that Bryan decided to let his contract expire suggests that it's not close to completion just yet. Bryan is currently a free agent and could show up wherever he wants as soon as he wants, at least until WWE get him back on their books. Further to this, New Japan Pro Wrestling wrestler Fred Rosa, who was formerly known as Darren Young, has revealed on the Pro and Bro podcast that he was informed by WWE's John Laurinaitis that a relationship between WWE and New Japan was in the works. In regards to this story overall, I'm kind of split down the middle, as it would be a shame to see the AEW New Japan relationship end, as it would be so exciting to see the likes of Okada and Tanahashi on Dynamite, but on the other hand, there's so many WWE New Japan dream matches that I'd love to see. But let me know your thoughts on this story in the comments down below. And next up, before last night's Dynamite on TNT, AEW President Tony Khan responded to the WWE New Japan speculation and cut a promo on Nick Khan, who is WWE's president. Nick Khan is the one responsible for a number of new WWE deals since he has joined the promotion, including the partnership with Peacock. Tony Khan, who is no relation to the other Khan, said, "I just wanted to address as the forbidden door that New Japan Pro Wrestling has apparently had talks with WWE's president Nick Khan. Well, Nick, if you've been talking to New Japan for 2 months, you've gotten a lot done. Just in the last 2 weeks, I've had Yuji Nagata, Ren Narita, and Rocky Romero in AEW. I've reunited Roppongi Vice. I've had the IWGP US champion Jon Moxley defend the title successfully on our show, and I have future plans with New Japan for the US title. So you mustn't have really got a lot done in 2 months. Nick, in fact, I think there is room for only one Khan in the wrestling business. It's me, Tony Khan, not some con man from Connecticut." Now, whilst Tony Khan isn't exactly Brian Pillman when it comes to delivering promos, it's funny to see him dress a WWE employee in this way. And before we get into our final story, make sure you drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any upcoming AEW content as we head towards the Double or Nothing pay-per-view. And while you're down there, why not help support the channel by using our Fight affiliate link in the description below, where you can purchase the pay-per-view for under $20 if you're an international viewer. But with that said, let's get back to the video. Of course, we'll keep you up to date on any developments of this story going forward, but it seems Tony Khan is confident that AEW's relationship with New Japan is only just beginning. And finally, let's go to our last story, as AEW President Tony Khan has dropped some huge teasers for tomorrow's Double or Nothing pay-per-view and has hinted at some huge surprises for the show and has suggested that AEW are set for a huge roster expansion. He said, "There's going to be a huge expansion of AEW, and I think that's where Double or Nothing comes in. This is our huge signature pay-per-view. We really take our quarterly events seriously, and I want Double or Nothing to be one of the great pay-per-views we've done. And I think the return of crowds is going to help boost this great card, but I also think we have to start expanding the roster in AEW, and there's going to be great moments and great surprises on the show." Now, it's hard not to get excited for this. However, remember last time when we thought Brock Lesnar and CM Punk were all elite and it turned out being Christian? Let's not raise our expectations too high this time, but perhaps Khan is referring to the remaining Casino Battle Royal spot, with maybe a big name debuting. There has been speculation on Daniel Bryan, Andrade, as well as many others, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But before you go, make sure you check out 10 candidates for the Joker spot in the Casino Battle Royal.